Welcome to Tuesday night's edition, of course, nighttime here in the UK, of Launch Party, where we have a look at some of the most incredible launches that we have had as of late. Now, do you know what? Before we do anything, we ended Masterclass earlier on with Ben and Lily when it comes to the template library with 20. We're now starting off Launch Party with 12. Once they've gone, they have gone. I'm going to tell you a very quick story. If you've seen me on Hobby Maker with these earlier on in the week, you'll have known that it sold out twice. That second time, we got more stock back. We had to take it from somewhere. Where did we take it? We took it from Crafters TV. That is why there is very, very little left when it comes to the template library, and that's why there is only 12 already, because myself and Hobby Maker, we nicked a lot of Crafters TV of collections of the template library. So of course, if you are wanting to get your hands on it, today is definitely the day. Tonight is definitely the night, because it looks as though it's going to be the last chance to get it. The last chance for the template library. We've got a back in stock as well. We're going to go over all that throughout Launch Party, but it's all been changed today here on Crafters TV. And then of course within Masterclass, we had Lily that was joining us. How are you doing, Lily? I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
I expect to see you today, but it's not.
I think your mic's gone, Lily. I think I'll just keep talking. I'll keep talking. We are having a look, as I said, of course, with our template library, but we are going to have a look at some of our shimmer ink pads. We may be previewing something, but what we want you to do is get social. Get social. We have got Susie on the comments, so we've already got Lynn is in saying good evening from Isle of Wight. We've got Melanie saying hello again from Florida. We've got Zoe Carver is saying evening everyone from West Sussex, and we've also got Christine Mahoney on Facebook is saying happy Valentine's Day, Craig. Happy Valentine's Day to you and to everyone else. We do have mics galore, but we are back up and running with Lily. What have we got tonight, Lily?
Oh my gosh, we have got so much coming up and lots of low stock items, so you're going to have to be really, really quick, especially with that template library. I'll be honest, I did say on Masterclass earlier on I needed to grab mine, and the first thing I did as soon as I got off Masterclass, I grabbed mine. It's on its way to me. Phew, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys at home don't miss out, because it is an absolutely amazing piece of kit. We'll be looking at that in detail a little bit later on. But of course, we've even got a brand new launch. We've got that fabulous new storage binder coming up on tonight's show. We've got some of those 3D frame embossing folders that launched on Friday. Absolutely tons to go at. Of course, the shimmer ink pads as well, which you guys at home have been loving today, back in stock. I'm super excited about it. I know Craig is. It's going to be an absolutely cracking show. So share the love, spend your Valentine's Day with us. I mean, where else would you be?
Exactly.
And enjoy the show. It's going to be a fab.
Definitely, yeah. So as we were saying, get social on the comments. Susie is there. Any questions, anything you want to ask Lily, let us know what you're up to tonight, or of course, afternoon, morning, wherever you are across the globe on this Valentine's Day. You spend it yourself, crafting away, are you cooking a meal? What are you up to? Let us know across on Facebook or of course on YouTube. But we did kickstart the show saying we've got 12 of our template libraries left. It is green on the screen already, so what does that mean, Lily?
Means stocks are lean, so it soon won't be seen.
Okay, you caught me off guard on that one.
I know,
You caught up me. Is that a new one?
It might very well be. I'm coming out with all these sayings today. I don't know if you saw on Masterclass, what was it earlier? Create a stencil card.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, stencil card. I was quite proud of that. I'm coming out with all the crackers today.
Yeah, well, wonder what else you're going to come out with tonight.
Dread to think.
So, I'm going to do that one again because I want to hear what that one is.
Well, let's hope I can remember.
It's green on the screen.
Which means stocks are lean, so it soon won't be seen.
There we go. There we go. You can keep that one because that's a bit of a mouthful for me. You know that I'm going to then trip up on that one. But joking aside, yeah, we have got 12 left. We've got a few of them already in baskets. Template libraries, I know Lily's going to be going over this with a lot more detail, but this is now going into the craft of templates. Now, if you did see me in the UK here in Hobby Maker, what I was saying, and I'm not sure, we'll find out from Lily if she agrees, she might totally disagree. When I heard that we were getting this one, when I seen that Sarah had it on HSN stateside the end of last year, I did think, I've been crafting for a while, templates, are we going back a step? Are we going back, you know, as things advance, technology advances, dyes advances, are we going back a step? When I actually seen what was in the template library. It's phenomenal. And to answer my own question, absolutely not. The things that you can make, the things that you can create, the way you can decorate it, the way that you can expand, not just the template themselves to create the concept card or project, it's about the mat and layers as well. So what you're going to be getting is all of the templates in the binder here. You're going to get 30 different projects that you can be creating. Very, very simple. Trust me, I know maybe at the start you might think, oh gosh, that's a bit complicated. It's very, very simple. It's all combined within this binder. It does pop out very, very easily if you want, and it does slot back in. But what I'm going to do is let's go in with our board here to show you. It's a lot easier for you to see all of these in so much detail with the black card here. Now there are so many different ones that you've got. You can be doing milk cartons. You can then be doing your interlock and square cards. These aren't, by the way, in the order of what I'm showing you. I'm just verbalizing the different ones that you can do. You can do stepper cards, diamond fold cards, arrow fold cards. You can be doing infinity cards. You can then be doing rocker cards. It is incredible, but as I said as well, you've got the mats and layers with so many of them as well. So if you've ever had that awkward shape, that awkward triangle that you're trying to create, that mat and layer, it's all there for you. They all come combined, as I was saying, within that template library. This one is violet. That does mean something because it's a buildable system that you're going to be building on throughout the year. That is the index as to what you will also get. You do get the index as well. Where do you get the index? Well, you get the index when it comes from the recipe book. Now, you have got a finished project, photos, and written instructions for every single one of these. 10 are left. 10 are left. Now, going back to this, not only have you got your photo, written instructions, and photo instructions, you've also got 30 videos from Leanne herself where she shows you how to use each of these ones. I know Social will share it throughout. If they've not already done it, they'll do it, later on or tonight. I've also done it on my page. I believe Lily has as well, but that's all there included. Not only that, and this is the key thing for me, you don't have to use any die cutting machine whatsoever. But if you do want to incorporate some of your dies, you've got some of your key nesting dies, frame dies that will work, that will complement when it comes to the template library. All this is included, and I'm not finished there, because what you're also going to be getting is the storage. Now, the storage means something as to what I was saying before about violet, and throughout the year, what you're going to be doing is every once in a while, that's all that I'm going to say, you're going to be getting, instead of it being kind of number 1, number 2, number 3, or A, B, or C, what we've done is we've colorized it. Violet to start with, and then you're going to be coming along. As you work your way through that journey of templates, you're going to be able to store them in the actual individual sections. So you've got violet, then they're all going to have their own colours, but to make it easier, you've got blue, you've got green, you've got yellow, you've got orange, you've got red, you've got your lilac as well. The dividers are there. All of this comes flat pack. Do not worry. You open up the left side, the right side, and that's it done. It's opened, ready to go for storage. Do what I'm doing at the moment. I've not got this set up just yet because I've not got all of the template booklets, but as you start to build your collection, you can start to store them. You can go straight in with your cards, with your projects. I was saying as well last week, when this goes, you're still going to see me using it on Crafters TV. You're still going to be thinking, gosh, I wish I got my hands on it. 10 are left, all of that, including what we've got at the side as well today, the Showstopper bundle, $94.99 or $104. If you are platinum, that's going to come down to $75.99 or $83.20. It's all on Shop the Day across on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. What I would say as well, because it's Valentine's, if you go into that promo section, if you put in Love14 code, now this does exclude any January or February launches, so that is one of them, but as in a whole, and it comes to your order, you are going to be saving 14%. So just put in Love14 in that promo code. Please also check out your email as well, because you might find a lovely little code there as well. 10 off 50, so that's £10 or $10 or €10 or 50. That is with that email code as well, so check that one out. But for now, Lily, it's enough from me. I know you're having a look at the template library as well.
Yes, I am so excited about this, and even more excited that I've secured my order and it's on its way to me. I cannot wait to get my hands on this and actually get playing with it at home. It is absolutely incredible. And like Craig says, even when this sells out, which as we can see, it is going to sell out pretty soon, you'll be seeing this day in, day out on our shows here on Crafters TV. It is an essential piece of kit. It doesn't matter if you're new to crafting or if you've been crafting for many, many years like Craig and myself and a lot of the craft experts here at Crafters TV. This is something you need in your crafty stash, and you get so much included as well for your money. It's amazing value. So you get included, of course, we've seen that amazing storage system, but you also get 2 booklets. So you have your recipe cards and you also have your templates. Now the way I find easiest to work with a system like this is I'll look first in my recipe cards, I'll look through, see whatever sort of tickles my pickle, whatever takes my fancy, and I'll choose my card shape or my box accordingly. So for this particular project, we're going to go with the very first one within the book.
Do you have many pickles?
I don't, I'm not a pickle fan.
Do you like pickles?
I don't like pickles. Shall I tell you the only thing I like pickled?
What's that?
Pickled ginger.
Pickled ginger?
Yeah, in Japanese.
Oh.
It's very, very nice.
And I like pickles. I like gherkins, but I don't like ginger.
Oh.
So yeah. No, it was just, you know, pickling your ginger there. And
Pickle ginger, yeah.
Pick your fancy,
Yeah. If you like.
Do you like pickles?
Yeah. Let us know. It's crucial questions we're answering here on a Tuesday night.
It is, yeah.
I do also like sauerkraut.
Sour what?
Sauerkraut.
I thought you said something else there, Lily, for a minute there. I was like, say what?
Who knows?
No, I can't say I'm a big fan myself, but
Yeah.
let us know. We do need to, for me it's an essential to have a pickle on a Big Mac. That being said, we're not here to talk about Big Macs or pickles, Lily. Sorry to interrupt you, I just wanted to ask you about that.
Well, yeah, very important questions. These need to be said, and these are the sort of questions that the viewers at home, I'm sure, will be asking. But anyway, back to the milk carton. I mean, you could put a pickle in there as a gift.
Indeed.
I mean, why not? But this is the project that we're going
a pickle
for.
with the projects that you could be making here.
Bringing it back. That's why we brought him in. Absolutely. The professionals are in, bringing it right back to the milk carton. No pickling about with this system. So I've decided that I want to go for template number 1. So this is when I bring in the template book, and it's a really, really large scale. It's about 12 inches square. You get plenty packed full with your template, and it's going to show you all the different templates you've got in there, numbering them so it's super, super easy to find. For this particular one, it's just number 1. Like Craig's already shown us, how simple is it to actually remove that from the binder?
I love that sound, Lily.
So satisfying, isn't it?
satisfying,
Absolutely
isn't it?
love it. I mean, I'm a bit sad, but I could just sit there for a good, not quite a few hours, but a good few minutes just tearing the pages out. But yes, it's much more fun to actually use the templates.
Definitely.
So we've removed that from our folder, and I have to say, the one thing about this that absolutely sold it to me, the reason why I said there's no reason why I can't get this, I have to have this. It was not just the templates themselves, it was the fact that you get all the mats and layers.
Yeah.
That is for me, that's what did it for me. When I found out that we're getting the mats and layers, I said, right, I've got to have this. I have got to have this template library. The fact that you get the templates and the templates for the mats and layers for me is an absolute game changer. It really, really is. So in order to work with these so easy, you can use your stick and spray repositionable adhesive or some low tack tape to hold it into position. I tend to find with templates, I'll just clamp it into position using one hand, keeping that steady on the design, and then with my right hand I'm just going around the edge, filling in those lines that we've got on the template, just using a pencil so you can rub it out afterwards, and just going round and marking out exactly where our template is going to be cut. And not only have you got the cut lines on there, it also indicates where you're going to need to score as well. So it just makes it so easy. It even tells you what's a score line.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Just honestly, it just spells it out. If you are a new crafter, this is going to be absolutely perfect. It just simplifies crafting, but it allows you to get those interesting card shapes and boxes from day one. You've not got to be crafting for years and years. I mean, I do love a bit of measuring every now and again, but honestly, it's one of those with certain card shapes, certain types of boxes, you'll make them once. It'll be a little bit of a tough task, shall we say, and you'll never make them again. But with your template library, you can make them time and time again, and you know you're going to get that perfect result every single time.
It really is. And what I absolutely just loved about this one, and I know it's a bit of a laughing joke, or we say it every now and again, Lily, but we all know I'm not one for a concept card. It's not something I do a lot, and it's because I've got a lot of patience, but I can't be doing with the measuring and all of that comes with the whole construction, of course, of a concept card. But the fact is, not only have you got the template to go around, as you said, the mat and layers, that's what done it for me as well.
Yeah, because I'm a bit funny. I do quite like me measuring every now and again. I do quite like coming up with my own concepts, coming up with my own card shapes. But once you've got that card shape, it is always the mats and layers. Then it's another round of measuring. It's another lot of having to work out those angles. And so often we've got funny angles on there, and trying to work out the mats and layers, quite frankly, it's not worth it. So to have those included is absolutely brilliant. I have to say, a milk carton, this was one I always struggled with. A box shape I've always struggled with is this milk carton. So when I saw that we've actually got this included within the template library, I was cock-a-hoop, quite frankly. I was very pleased to have this within this set of templates. And like Craig says, there may very well be a few more coming. After all, we've got plenty of space in that storage box. So
I know it's kind of a given, isn't it? We've given that away, isn't it? You know, that space. Just to say as well, Tim C on YouTube, and it's a good question. So you know, well, I'll fire it across to Lily.
Go on then.
Well, it's just saying, is there an easier way? And the reason I'm reading this is on the back of what Lily's just said. Keeping in mind, you will of course be working your way through the system as time goes on with other ones. But it's just saying, is there an easier way to alter the size when it comes to, for instance, the stepper cards within the template?
Ooh, I'd probably say you're more likely to just stick to the size that you've got within the template. It's very much designed so that you've got everything there, the perfect size. So all you need to do is just trace around it. Then your mats and layers are all the perfect size as well. But you never know, you might be seeing different sizes and different variations of the shapes included in the collection. But we've worked them so that they work with both your UK card sizes and also your US card sizes as well. So they're very much based on standard sizes. So I think you'll find the sizes should work for lots of different occasions.
Yeah. And the thing is, as well, I find with this, Lily, is this is here to serve a purpose. It's to enable you with absolute ease to create a concept card. So doing away with all the additional measuring to make it bigger, to make it smaller, to make it larger. Each individual template is there to serve a purpose. But within that growing system throughout the year, you will then find, as Lily was saying there, that you will find a lot more different ones. Who's to say, and I genuinely don't know what's in the future ones, but who's to say that might not be bigger stepper cards or smaller ones, but a nice different range?
Absolutely, and something I've not mentioned yet.
Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you very much.
We can hear them clapping next door. They're very, very pleased with that answer that we gave there, Craig. So they've given us a round of applause.
We're doing well, Lily. We're doing well.
We certainly are. And then going back to our actual templates, this is another thing for me that I think is absolutely brilliant. It's telling you exactly how much cardstock you actually need, how much you need for the box itself, how much you need for the embellishments. It's these little touches that honestly make such a massive difference when you are crafting, especially if you're like me and you're trying to conserve your cardstock and you're trying to work out, have I got enough card, have I not got enough card? That's going to tell you exactly how much card you need.
Like me, you're stingy.
Just a little bit, Craig. Oh my gosh, I started trying to sort out some cardstock yesterday, and the tiny scraps I was finding was quite frankly embarrassing. It was shocking. Oh dear. But anyway, back to this. Enough of my messy craft room. That's a whole different story. All we've done is we've gone around the edge using our 6-inch scissors. I find that easiest for when you've got plenty of straight edges like this. It's not a lot of detail to cut, nice and easy, clean lines to cut using your 6-inch scissors. Just gone around the edge, and then all you need to do is I'd first score and then I'd rub out the pencil lines. So all you're going to need to do is take one of your scoreboards, can be any size you like as long as it's A4 or up. It doesn't have to be an A3 scoreboard, so something like your Scoremaster is absolutely perfect. And just pop those score lines in, and then all you're going to do is you're just going to rub out your pencil lines, and that will give you the start of your milk carton. Of course, using white card, our multi-purpose card here, doesn't have to be white card. The beauty of templates is it can be any card you like. And then all it is a case of just starting to reinforce those score lines. And I always get this the wrong way around. I always want to think that that's the top, but it's not. I do that every single time. The top is the one with the diagonal score lines. Your base is those ones like so. So all we're going to start to do is just start to break down the fibres of your card, just start to give it almost like a little bit of muscle memory. I know I'm not quite so daft to think card is a muscle, but you know what I mean.
Though, yeah.
Breaking down those fibres to start to bend them into position so you know how it's going to fold. Always do this before you start to stick it, just so it starts to go into position. You know exactly how it's going to fold. Before you pop the tape on, you don't want to be getting in a little bit of a sticky mess when you've got the tape. You want to know exactly what you're doing. Definitely recommend, if this is your first time making a milk carton, at this point just take a little picture on your phone so you know exactly how it folds, and then take it apart and then start to pop on your adhesive. By having that photo reference, then you know exactly how it's going to fold when you sort of uncurl it, and you know exactly what you need to do. So a little bit of tape, you can be using your red liner tape. I know, Craig, quite often you tend to favour your tacky glue for construction.
I'm using it a lot more as of late,
Yeah, I do love my tacky glue as well. The only thing about it is you will need to wait just a moment for it to grab. So just for speed, I'm using my tape runner. With it being one of our Crafters Companion tape runners, it is strong enough to hold a construction piece like this. Any other tape runner definitely would be a no-go for something like this. No. They're just not strong enough. You don't want something like your finger lift tape either. They're not quite strong enough too. So you want something nice and strong. Then all we're going to do is glue down our base. So we're going to add some tape onto these two tabs.
What's great about this, Lily, is obviously anyone can go back and watch what you were doing throughout, of course, launch party, or from when it was launched yesterday, wasn't it? Was it yesterday?
Yeah. Gosh, it feels like ages ago.
Yeah, it does.
It's a bit scary.
Do you know what? It's because I've been thinking of Template Library for a good couple of weeks now, so that's why I'm kind of away with the days. But remember, you've got that recipe book as well. You've got the videos from Leanne as well. Go and have a look at the videdos while you're waiting on the coming. Do you know what I mean? You can do that. They are technically, they're on our website, so you can find them in the download. But what we'll do is we'll put the link as well on my page, and I'm sure the team will share it throughout the next couple of days or so.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that you get those video tutorials is absolutely fabulous. So that's our box all good to go. But of course, like I was saying earlier, one of the game changers for me is the fact that you're getting those templates for your mats and layers too. And you've got a few different options with this template. So you can have your square mats and layers like we've got here, or you can have your notched squares as well, which is absolutely fabulous to have something a little bit different when it comes to your mats and layers. But we're going to be mixing and matching a couple of different ones onto here.
Okay.
So using one of my favourites, our old Spring Fever 8x8 pad. I know a lot of you guys at home love this one as well. Released a few years back now, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will have these kicking about. I think I've only got about 4 of these left, which for me is not a lot, which is a little bit worrying. But I do love these designs. We've gone for the daisy and that sort of basket weed in our powdered blue. Definitely perfect for your springtime makes with these papers. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to alternate between our square and then our notched corner. So we'll have our square onto this edge, and you can see everything is matching up perfectly because we've used that template with those mats and layers. I'm not having to measure, I'm not having to bring out my guillotine and try and work out and take off a 1/4 of an inch or anything like that. It's already been done with that template. Just makes our lives so much easier, but allows you to get that professional result every single time. So popping that into that.
Lily, why do you think this has been incredibly popular over the last couple of weeks? You know, I know it was very popular stateside towards the back end of 2022, but then coming here in the UK, Crafters TV, something, as I said at the start of the show, templates have been around for a long time. But why is it now that you think with this one, what we've done, everyone's gone crazy for?
I think it's one of those things that, I don't know about you, Craig, I get asked time and time again about shaped cards, about concept cards. How do I make a such and such card? What measurements do I need for such and such? And I know we do have some dies in our collection that will make those concept cards for you. But to be able to get that many, 30 different not just card shapes, but box shapes as well, included with all the mats and layers, you'd be looking at hundreds and hundreds
100%.
and hundreds of pounds. I mean, if we take this template, for instance, that I'm working with currently, that size, it's about an A4 sheet, you'd be looking about £29.99 for that one. That's one of 30. Look at all this you're getting. I mean, you'd need a Gemini Pro for that because it's 12 by 12. Lots of people don't have a Gemini Pro, and if it was a 12 by 12 die, you'd be looking about £45. So when you're looking at the value for money that we're bringing you as part of this template library, it's absolutely incredible.
And can I just say as well, you know, in a previous live, you know, Lily really knows what she's talking about when it comes to metal and the metal for the size of dies and that. So, you know, putting that rough cost on there and then combining that with the 30 of the templates, as Lily said, phenomenal, that value.
Well, it's funny you should say about a past crafty life. I was actually tasked a few years ago with creating, I think it was 30 different videos of creating different card shapes, all pre-measured. So no templates. I had to devise all of the templates. I mean, I enjoyed it the first time round, but then having to recreate it for a video was not quite so fun. But honestly, if I were to have a template library like this, it would have made my life so much easier. So the fact that you guys are not only getting all the hardware, all the templates, it's the fact that you're getting the education as well. That for me is absolutely invaluable. I mean, sometimes I'll look at instructions and sometimes they just don't click in your mind. You need to see it physically being made. The fact you've got Leanne is absolutely incredible. But also, of course, you are getting the dies included. So all we've done to decorate, sentiment from our Say It With style, and then we've added some little hearts. The dies are included in this collection. I've added a little bulldog clip to the top so it can open nice and easily, but when you want it closed, it will stay shut just like so. Very simple design, but how cute is that little milk carton? But very easily when you get your template library. But don't forget, there's green on the screen, which means stocks are lean. So unfortunately, it soon won't be seen.
It's getting longer and longer. Love that. Love that. You really are going to regret that.
I certainly am. I'll have forgotten it in the morning, believe you me.
Right, template library. We're going to have a look at a few comments in a moment, but you know, so we're saying limited stock, template library. This is the showstopper collection. So we've got 9 left. That is 9 that we have got left in total when it comes to the template library. I mean, it says 5-piece collection. I mean, really, 5-piece collection. That does not do it justice whatsoever. I'm not.
I did the graphics for the screen, so be careful what you said, please. Honestly, the issue was you literally get so much included. I was doing it this morning, I was like, I don't even know what to put on the screen because the amount you're getting is incredible. We say 5-piece, but honestly, it is so much more.
Yeah, no, you know, and you're right, and joking aside here, but yeah, you know, you've got 5 individual elements, but as a combined, there is so much. Giving you your 30 templates that do come within that pre-bound binder that we'll show you just shortly. Very easy to take out. However, very easy to pop back into place as well. So when it comes to these, this is how they all look. But when we see in a moment, you're going to see how they are all in that binder. And what is also lovely as well, if you want to change the layout of your binder, you can absolutely do that. And what I mean by that, and we'll just do this very briefly because I know we've got lots we want to go through tonight. When it comes to the actual template library, if you wanted to take, so that's the very first one, if you wanted to take the coordinated recipe card, this fits within that binder there. So if you have then want to take out the actual recipe card page in with that one, you can absolutely do that. So that is all of your templates, 30 of these ones in total with the recipe cards. You've got the pictures, you've got the written instructions. I have, just while Lily was going over that, I've gone and reshared the link on my Facebook page, Craig Lair Crafters Companion. So if you want to have the link for the videos, go there. Exactly the same videos, but there is a link for the US and there is one for the UK. It's just to do with the website, that's all. They're all all exactly the same. You've got the dies if you want to add decoration with the dies. These have been sitting at the side of my desk since I got my template library a couple of weeks ago. They're so handy. And in actual fact, I'm on Wake Up Call tomorrow. You may see me using 1 or 2 of these within the roaring 20s. Very handy to have. But if you don't want to use a die cutting machine for the template library, you don't have to. You can do all of the cards, projects included. You've got the storage because this is a buildable system. Key thing as well to say, it's a good thing to point out, when the next one comes out, you don't have to get that next one. Please don't think, well, if I buy this one, I'm going to have to buy the next one. I'll have to buy the next one. No, you don't. You can cherry pick which ones you want if you want. It's entirely up to you. But with this first one, Violet, you are getting the storage as well. And then today with that showstopper, you're going to be getting your tape runner. You're going to be getting your foam pads as well. We all love foam pads. You're going to need them for the template library, the way you're going to decorate. You, of course, need your tape runner. Lily was using it. And then you've got water reactive ink. You've got Misty Morning, and you've got Pumice. So if you want to do any of your techniques when it comes to the water reactive, you can absolutely do that. So all of that, 9 are left with the template library showstopper collection, $94.99 or $104. Platinum comes down to $75.99 or $83.20. Is on Shop the Day. Go across and have a look. However, there is also a picture anyway on the main holding screen that you can just click onto when it comes to the template library. You can, you'll find it across there, uk.co.uk.com or .eu. We've got Susie is just saying, she was saying hi to me. I think I gave her a little bit of a surprise when she seen it was me that was on. We've got, now where are we? Kirsty is saying, I've been looking through my template library and making a list of cards I'm going to be making for family. It's going to make it so much easier when I'm asked to make a card. I'll just get them to choose one. What a great idea. Really, really good idea for sure. We've then got, oh, here we go. Here we go. They're in.
We said we'd just come in and say hello.
We're not trouble.
Not trouble.
We're really good.
How was your show?
Really
good.
And we told everybody to come and watch instead.
Oh,
we
thank
said
you.
to come and watch. Well, not instead. When you finish. When we finish.
When you
but like, we're going to go next door. You should all come next door with us.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
So let us
Everyone's just
know
fallen
if you
across.
come next door. We want you.
There you go.
Sarah and Ben are on the way over. Heads up.
Heads up. Yeah. Funny enough, Johnny was saying in our ear, oh, they're coming. That's what it meant.
They're coming.
Yeah.
I was busy blowing my nose and Brent was down my bra getting me.
Oh, it usually is. It usually is. Yes.
So,
You're back in tomorrow. Oh, you're both back.
we're both back
Yeah.
We're
tomorrow.
20s.
Sorry.
Oh.
I'll go there.
Shall I come in? I'm coming in.
Are you coming in?
I'm coming in.
Well, come on.
Yes.
We're all in.
Let it
Hello.
rain.
We're all
I
here.
love these.
Thank you. I thought
Fabulous.
feeling the love.
Yes.
Valentine's.
Good idea.
Got to be done.
Nice.
Can I just quickly say as well, and I did say this on social, when it comes to leading on to something tomorrow, the Roaring 20s, in general, in the past, I think I've sold this to you, it's not been a style that I've been a big fan of. I have had an absolute blast prepping demos for tomorrow, because me and you are on Wake Up Call and Beautiful Beginnings.
We are.
And you're in for
I'm
the
like
launch.
the sandwich filling in the middle.
In the middle of the Craig and Ben sandwich.
This is epic tomorrow, isn't it? This
gonna
is
be a good
absolutely
day.
epic. Yeah.
But I have been crazy busy today.
Very busy, very
busy.
busy. Yeah.
Crazy between the template library. I
See,
mean, we can't be much of that
shimmer
left
inks.
now. The
Nine-
shimmer inks
nine-
back in stock.
nine.
Nine left.
Is that
The template
That's all
library.
we've got
Yeah.
left.
Yep.
Oh, well, you snooze, you lose, y'all. Sandra would say.
I'm definitely going to say that, because what you're launching tomorrow, so many of them are going to work absolutely perfect when it comes to 30 of these templates. And then, as we've been teasing throughout the year, that buildable system, think about what you can be using. Sarah's Signature, Nature Garden, all of these with that template library.
Boom.
It's going to be a good day again
Exciting.
tomorrow.
I
Exciting.
see what you got down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah,
Pretty
fantastic.
Stay
pretty.
tuned, guys. They've got an awesome couple of hours planned for you. I can see.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be good.
Right.
It's going to be good.
Guys.
Have fun.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Mwah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
I'll see you later on the day tomorrow. I'll see
Yeah.
you in
See
the
you in the
morning.
morning.
Yeah.
See you bright and
I'll give you a
early.
message. I'll
See you later.
Give him a message.
Give him a message. See ya.
see you later, guys. See you later. You'd be saying, oh, you guys all look so adorable.
Aw.
Don't we just.
Aren't we
You know,
just?
Such a great team here. Great team. Deborah Spencer saying, greetings from Texas, popping over after watching Sarah and Ben. We've got Louisa Catherine is saying, I love the template library. It is fantastic. So much love, Lily, for that template library. A lot of love as well for what you were just creating there. In the past, there is dies out there you can do milk cartons. I'm going to say you can do it with our scoreboard and that
You
as
can.
well. But it's
A faff.
different. Do you know what it's like? It's like going back to basics, but then going up a notch as
Yeah,
well when it comes to that
absolutely.
template library. So it is so good. And what will also make it look spectacular in what you
Ooh.
create, back in stock, Talk about sellouts. Johnny, remind me, how many times, or Lily, how many times did these sell out in launch?
Not once, Craig.
Not once?
Not twice, Craig.
No.
But 3 times. Back in
Wow.
October. Wow. These are popular. And I'll just warn you now, Craig, I have pinched a couple of them. So you've got them all on board, but you might be a couple missing, so we're going to be playing with those in just a moment. But you will be getting the full collection, all 10, back in stock. We've not seen them since October.
No.
That's why you guys are going absolutely bonkers over this.
Right.
Amazing.
And we said, now, it wasn't Christmas Eve, it was the day before Christmas Eve.
It was 23rd, yes, it was the last
Myself and
craft along.
Corin, we'd done a craft along. Corin done the craft along. I think it's the first time ever we've done a craft along where we've not had the product available to buy.
I have a feeling we might have had one ink pad.
You're
I think
right,
there was
actually.
one,
Yeah.
literally one ink pad.
One colour. Now, if you did see the craft log, you want to do the craft log, but you didn't have the ink pads, go back onto Crafters TV, 23rd you said?
23rd, I think,
23rd,
yeah.
yeah. I should know, it was me that was presenting that day. And then you can start to, of course, follow along that craft along. But before we jump across to Lily, let's have a look at these ones here. We will look at the board. You're getting them all $53.91 or $71.91. You've got a saving of 10%. Keeping in mind these haven't been seen as that full bundle since launch, multiple times that they sold out. They've come back, you're still going to get that 10% saving as well. Do you know what's more? It's because these launched before January and February. When you get to checkout, if you type in LOVE14 into the promo code, you're also going to get additional 14% off as well. So that's a really, really good incentive if ever there was one. But if you're platinum, it's going to come down to $43.13 or $57.53. All of these colours, these are gorgeous. These are beautiful. Now, I got my set a couple of weeks after Lily got her set at the back end of last year. And these are... The best way for me to explain these when it comes to inks, it's like creating your own Centura apparel. When it comes to the inks here, just wipe across, let it dry. You might want to do embossing, it's up to you, but when it comes to these, then you can then start to die cut, you can start to emboss, all your different techniques when it comes to these ones here. You've got the 10 colours in total. Now when it comes to these, I'm not going to go through all of them because of course Lily's got a couple of them that she was saying, but when it comes to the ink pad, it's like the teardrop shape because it's just ergonomically, yeah, I think I got that one right, for it to sit into the palm of your hand. Now, I seem to be full of honesty tonight. I don't actually hold them in the palm of my hand, Lily. I still just hold them as normal. It's there for you if it is easier, if it is comfortable, but if you just still want to hold them as a normal ink pad, you can absolutely do that. You've got that teardrop as well, so if you want to go into these tiny, tiny, tiny pieces, you can do. But when it comes to some of these colours, you know, you've got your toffee apples, you've got your peach rose. Now, once again, these aren't in order because I know that Lily's taken a couple. But you've got your tropical blue, actually toffee apple, these are in order. Frosty mint here. Peach rose. You've also got your amethyst, and you've also got Queen Bee from the ones I've got here. You are getting the 10 of them though. 10 of your shimmer ink pads. They are back in stock. $53.91 or $71.91. You've got that 10% saving, but because these launched during birthday event last year, that means you can still put in your LOVE14 promo code at checkout. So you're going to get an additional 14% off. Just to say, that is in celebration of Valentine's Day, and that does end midnight your time, wherever you are across the globe. Check out, of course, your email. If you're in with the newsletter, you may have got a promo code for a discount voucher as well, so you can have a look at that one there. All on Shop the Day. We will have a look at some more comments when we come back, but I know we want to jump across to Lily to see what we can do with these ink pads.
Absolutely, and I wanted to bring in one of our brand new launches. Launched only last Friday here on Crafters TV with Leanne. I mean, she had some fabulous demos lined up during that launch day show. So many different techniques, but it is our fabulous brand new 3D frame embossing folders with nesting dies. A little bit of a mouthful, but you get so much included. We've got a couple of options with these. You can get the showstopper deal, you can get the collection, the 4-piece, or you can get individuals if you prefer. But within each set, exactly the same sort of format, you get your 3D embossing folder and you also get 4 additional nesting dies. So it's a 6x4 folder, and then with each you're getting 4 different nesting dies, which can be used independently or with that folder, perhaps to create layering opportunities, to create apertures, to create frames, completely up to you, but they work together perfectly. I'm going to start off with a stylish square, and all I've done is I've taken a piece of our white multi-purpose cardstock and I've cut it down to about 4 inches by about 5.5 inches.
Okay.
So it's just ever so slightly smaller than our embossing folder. And the fabulous thing about this, as with all our embossing folders, you can use either the positive or the negative, the emboss or the deboss for 2 completely different effects. Very much like a 2-for-1 with all your embossing folders, which is great to have those options. So lining up my cardstock with the inside of that folder, just making sure it's nice and level. If you find it easy, you can always cut your cardstock to larger and then cut it down after you've embossed, but I tend to cut mine down to size to start with. Then all we're going to do is going to run it through our Gemini Junior. With it being a 3D embossing folder, it's your clear cutting plate, your magnetic shim, and then your plastic shim over the top, and we're going to use this through our full-size Gemini, just using our Gemini Junior plates on the sort of angle, so nice and easy just to run that through. How quick was that to pop that through our Gemini machine? And then taking that out of our folder, you can see, like I was mentioning earlier, you've got either that embossed design, or of course you can use your debossed design. I have to say, I love the debossed on that. I think that's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
It really is.
Stunning. With the levels of detail with your 3D embossing, it's just absolutely amazing. Now, shimmer ink pads. I did say I'd nicked a couple.
You did.
My sort of colours, these. Definitely my sort of colours. Sugar plum and raspberry are what we're going to go with for this particular card. So we're going to start off with our sugar plum. So grabbing one of our blending tools, this is just our round blending tool. Same with any sort of water reactive ink pad or opaque pigment ink pad. Same sort of idea when we're using these inks. You can be using your blending sponges, any of your blending tools, completely up to you, and the same sort of technique. The only difference is that these are fabulous shimmer inks rather than just a standard matte ink. So just blending, working in circular motions, that same technique to lay down that colour, starting on our glass mat, just to get that that ink sort of worked into our sponge, and then just going onto our design to start to build up that colour. And I was going to say I'm working in a random way, but I think you guys at home know me well enough to know I don't do random so well, so there's definitely an order to this. So what I'm doing is I'm going in with my sugar plum in these sort of 4 centre areas. So laying down our colour to start with, blending in that circular motion to get that gorgeous shimmer ink laid down. And how gorgeous are these colours, just
really
absolutely stunning. Oh, I love these inks.
Beautiful. And the fact is, because you can still use them in so many ways, Lily.
Absolutely. I mean, you can be using these for your blending like we're doing here. I mean, how well do they work with all your embossed designs? But of course, you can be using these to stamp with as well. You can be using them with your clear embossing powder to heat emboss. Perhaps you've got that brand new heat tool we brought out a few months ago. You'll find that on the Shop the Day page as well if you've not already picked up our fabulous heat tool. So you can be using that to do your heat embossing, to give these an even more glossy finish with your clear embossing powder. You can be doing your lots of different background techniques. You can even be stamping with these and then dragging out that colour using a water brush if you want to paint with them. You can be applying them to your glass mat or your craft mat and then be painting with them. My goodness me, there's so much you can do with these ink pads, but just with the added bonus of the fact that you've got that lovely shimmer and shine onto there. They are honestly like no other ink pad that I've used, and I have to say I'm a little bit of an ink pad addict. Got plenty of ink pads that I've accumulated over the years, but I've never had an ink pad quite like any of these. They are absolutely amazing. I think you guys at home sort of feel the same, given how quickly you lap these up when we launch them.
Just to say as well, Lily, anyone at home, if you're thinking, oh, stamping and then drawing the colour out, I'd like to know how to do that. Funny enough, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow morning within one of my demonstrations with the Roaring 20s. So if you want to get your hands on, of course, these ink pads, and then tomorrow I'll show you that technique in the morning.
Oh, wow. That's a technique I love. It's one of them I kind of forget about a little bit, and
So did I, yeah.
Don't use it enough, but I tell you what, I love doing that technique with just with a brown ink pad and getting your seat. Oh, Craig, great minds there. Oh, I'll have to be tuning in, that is for sure.
Sandstorm and Friar Brown.
Oh, yes, I'm loving the sound of this already. I'll certainly be tuning in and watching that, because that sounds fabulous, right up my street as well.
Want to see? Let's see.
Ooh,
We'll tease everyone at home.
Teasing everyone. Yeah,
We'll
let's
see
do
everyone.
it. Why not?
We'll tease everyone.
Let's have a look. Oh, I like that.
There you go.
Yeah, tune in. I'll be tuning in. That is fabulous. For Lily's eyes only, that one. That looks amazing. And that collection, you guys, you're gonna have to get that. But you can get it now. Don't tell anyone.
No way.
But maybe go on the homepage of the website. But yeah. But back to these shimmer ink pads. How lovely does that look? Just using 2 colours of your ink pads to build up that tone, build up that shimmer and that shine onto there. Now, one I've already pre-done, ever so slightly different. I've gone for more pinky tones for this one rather than the purple. And the only finishing touch that I've gone ahead and done for this one, I was looking at this after I'd done it. It was one of those, quite often I'll do something craft-wise. I might not be so sure on it, so I'll walk away for a little while and then I'll come back to it and sort of reassess and decide whether I'm happy with it or not. And what I thought, it was looking a little bit flat, which I know sounds a little bit ridiculous because it's embossed. But what I found, the way to lift that design was just taking a white acrylic paint marker. That's actually just the one that you get in your Academy of Colour original box.
Great idea.
And just pulling out, add a few little highlights onto there just to break up that colour a little bit, and it adds that extra layer, that extra bit of dimension onto there and makes that design pop even more. As if it didn't pop enough already with it being 3D embossed and then inked with our shimmer inks, by adding that white paint marker onto there, it just makes that design sort of stand out even more.
Yeah, it just enhances that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can I just quickly say as well,
Ooh,
Crafty Angie on YouTube, thank you so much. A little bit concerned at the side of my face. Apparently it maybe looks like I've got some bruises. I think it's just the lighting when it comes to this studio. Just wanting to check that I am okay. I am absolutely fine. I think it's purely just down to the lighting that it may appear that I've got bruises down one side of my face. I can assure you I don't. I absolutely don't. It's just the lighting. However, Crafty Angie, thank you very much for your concern, but I am absolutely fine. No bruises, nothing.
I have to say the lighting here is a little bit different to the other studio.
It is, isn't it?
I was looking up and I was thinking, blimey, I look like a ghost. It's not great. But now we're going to be bringing in some of those nesting dies that we've got included in the die sets. So we've gone with the largest one, and we've actually cut this from our Floribunda 12x12 pad, launched a few weeks back. Another super popular one, actually launched with Sarah. That was a fabulous show, and we're bringing in that 12x12 pad. So we've cut our largest one from our Floribunda. Then we've got our next two. We've cut one in white cardstock, the smaller one, and then we've cut the slightly larger one using some of that lovely pinky tone card. So we're just going to mat and layer the white onto the pink. And then instead of just popping this into the centre like so, we're actually going to pop it at an angle.
Oh, okay.
Just gives it a little point of difference, doesn't it?
Doesn't
Just
it?
changes the look entirely. But before we actually add that onto there, because we're going to pop a few foam pads behind there, I've just got my sentiment, and I've found this is becoming one of my go-to sentiments actually. This is from the Daisy Bloom stamp and die set from that Nature's Garden Delightful Daisies. So it's just one of the sort of accessory dies actually within that stamp and die set. You get a hello and you get a you and a few sentiments in terms of stamps that you can use to build your own sentiments. But I'm finding it's a super useful little sentiment. If you just need a small sentiment just to fill a small space, then this is an absolute perfect one to go for. And all we've done is we've cut one in our pink and one in our Floribunda paper pad, just drop shadowing them to add that extra bit of dimension to make it pop that little bit more against our white. And then we're just going to glue that onto the centre of that.
How much that we do think alike, because I've got the same sentiment that I love using, which is hello, but it's from our advent calendar last year.
Yes, I've noticed you using that one a lot. Love that sentiment.
I have got our confetti
border dies
craft along on Saturday night, well, nighttime here in the UK. It's the last show of the day, and I'm going to be using it. So if you don't have it, but you've got the one Lily's using, that will work as well. But yeah, I love using that hello die, but from our advent calendar.
Yes, I have to say, I've noticed that pop up quite a few times.
Quite a few
fabulous
times,
die. Yeah. I've just had a sneaky peek of your craft along that you've got coming up. It is fabulous. So another one that you guys are going to have to tune in for sure. 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Be there or be square, quite frankly. Lots of exciting crafty stuff coming up, as always, here on Crafters TV. Lots of amazing launches. I mean, tomorrow, it's going to be a cracker of a day. It's going to be busy. That is for sure. So for this card base, all I've done is I've taken some of my multi-purpose card. I've cut it down to 5.5 inches by 8.5, and then I've just scored at 1.5, and we're going to be creating almost like a sort of bridge card with acetate. So we're going to pop our mats and layers onto the inside, again that Floribunda paper pad and our sort of pinky salmon card. Then we've got some smaller mats that we're going to add onto the top there. And we've actually used the reverse of our Floribunda paper pad, and that's sort of the front side with the more layers, the more focal elements onto there. But we're actually just using the reverse for a more subtle design, so that we don't detract from those lovely embossing folders. We want those to take centre stage.
Works well.
For sure. Then we've got our extra little piece that we're going to add to the bottom, but of course we need to bridge that gap with our acetate. I thought for a second my acetate had gone walkies, but it is clear after all, so that's probably what the issue is. But a piece of acetate cut to the same width, slightly shorter in height. We're just going to stick that top edge onto our acetate there, and then that extra piece we're just going to glue onto the bottom to complete our card shape, to create our bridge card. And that's our card shape, all good to go. Then we're going to bring back in our topper with our lovely embossed design that we've inked onto that. I'm going to use a little bit of foam tape. I do love my foam tape. I mean, the amount of this stuff I have to stockpile just in case stocks get low, it's quite ridiculous. I have a whole drawer full of 3D foam. I've got a little bit of a 3D foam addiction.
Can't stand the stuff. Hate it. Foam pads. Can't stand them. They're annoying.
See, I'm not one for my 3D glue gel.
No,
Can't get on with it, no.
Occasionally I'll use it for maybe like an embellishment or something like that, or ribbon, but yeah, no, I do love, don't know why I'm saying I love the foam pad. You all know that I do. You know?
Absolutely love the stuff, yeah. I know you're the same as me when it comes to sort of our adhesives. We're both a bit of adhesive geeks, let's be honest.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, I do love having all the right adhesives. Then to finish it off, we've just tied a ribbon bow using some of our ribbon. I think that's out of an old craft kit, actually, some of that ribbon. I do love the ribbon that we bring to you in those kits. And then finally, from that same stamp and die set, that daisy bloom from our Nature's Garden Delightful Daisies, we're just going to pop that onto that bottom left-hand side. Quite a simple design, but just letting those embossing folders with the nesting dies and those fabulous shimmer inks take centre stage on your cards. How fabulous, and definitely my sort of colourway, that is for sure.
That is absolutely incredible. And then if I go back to something that I was saying last week within my Nest and Die craft along, and I put the pictures on social as well, remember about using or creating that same card but changing the colours. Now imagine doing what Lily's just done there, but maybe with blue tones. You know, keep it exactly the same, identical, but just change the colour. Gives it a completely different take. Now if you want to get your hands on the embossing folders, we've got our 3D embossing folder in Die collection, 7-piece. Now this is a showstopper collection as well, and within this one you're going to get your folders here. Now they are 4x6, and you've got your nests and dies to complement as well, each of them. You can be using them on their own, you can use the folders on their own, that's up to you of course. And just to say as well, some of these may work well with the template library, but you do have your oval, you do have your square, you've also then got your rectangle, and then you've also got your diamond. Now how lovely even are these boards in colour, but then the actual nest and die has been done with black and white. That really works a treat. Or use the die to create an aperture in a shaker. Just so many possibilities when it comes to these. And the size of these ones, yes, they're nice, they're small, they're 4x6, but because they're 3D, they pack that punch. But then if you do want to use them without the nested dies, you can absolutely do that. But it is a showstopper collection, and that means that you're going to be getting a few other things as well. You're going to be getting your smoked plume, water reactive ink pad. So just bear in mind that, nothing actually, don't bear that in mind, because I was about to say something that was completely untrue, so just ignore me there. You're also I was about to say, bear in mind you also get your smoked plume within your template library, but you don't. It's a different one that you've got there. Template library, you're getting Misty Morning and Pumice, so it is different. So, within the 3D embossing folder, you are going to be getting your smoked plume water reactive. You're also going to be getting your Gildan flakes as well with your glue and your sponge, and you're going to be getting your round applicator, your blending applicator. That one is with your 2 foam heads as well. That is your showstopper collection. So all of that, including the folders and those nest and dies inside, really really good deal at £40.96 or $51.62. But if you're platinum, it goes down to £32.77 or $41.30. So these, as well as everything else that Lily's been using, as well as things you've seen throughout the day since first thing today, are all across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. That's where you need to go. Lovely comments coming through. So what we'll do is we'll give you the opportunity to check out your basket, because it's very, very busy with items sitting in there. And then when we come back, we're going to have another look at the template library. Now, just to let you know, before we go to this VT, 5 left. We've got 5 left. So go and check out your basket and we'll be back in a minute.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've got a double bill of great news for our US crafters. You'll now pay less for delivery and your parcels will arrive in double quick time. Our team has joined forces with UPS to speed up the delivery of Crafters Companion orders across the USA. Order online with us and your crafting treats will arrive on your doorstep in just 2 to 3 business days. And shipping will cost just $9.95, so you can treat yourself to even more crafting goodies. So head over to the Crafters Companion website to place your order today. You'll be getting creative with all your treats in no time at all.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
One that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that?
We'll do it.
Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Right, 5 left of the template library. You need it. Craig, why do I need it? I've been crafting for so many years, I don't need it. Pam Hatch on YouTube. I've been a paper crafter for 30 years. I now have the template library. How did I go without this for all those years? The videos, tutorials are fantastic. Easy and so fun in big capital letters. Beautiful projects. There we go. It's all very well us saying that as well, how much it's going to make a difference going forward. Although myself and Lily have been crafting for a good number of years. But that's Pam at home, Pam Hatch on YouTube, saying she's been crafting for 30 years and she's absolutely loving the template library. Now, I'm going to do just a few comments at the moment. What I will say as well, if this template library goes in the next few moments or so, we're still going to go to Lily to see the projects and what you can be making. We've got another demo, so please don't worry. Be like, Craig, hurry up before it sells out. We want to see what Lily's going to make. We're still going to go to Lily, so don't worry whatsoever. But we've also got Anne Fleming is saying, Craig, I think for me, having all the boxes in one place to help plan a craft is one of my favourite things about the box. Yeah, that's good way of thinking about it, actually. We've then also got, now this is going back to when Ben and Sarah also popped in saying, the four of us, you guys look adorable. We've got Louisa saying, I love the template library, it's fantastic. Rosanna saying, the people on my screen right now put a big smile on my face. Oh, it's lovely hearing that. The four of us, we do try. We do try as well. Kathy on YouTube saying, bought this Shimmer ink pad collection and the Roaring 20s collection. Can't wait to get them. Oh, can you imagine teaming them together?
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Absolutely beautiful. We've also got Mary Reno saying, love the Shimmer ink pads, like working with velvet. Absolutely. It is, yeah, actually, yeah. I can see where you're coming from on that one. Susan is saying, thank you, Lily, for the white marker tip. I have that set, so I will try it out for highlighting embossed card. I'm going to be doing the same as well. Crafty Angie is saying, I am loving this, Lily. The pink with the shimmer ink is lovely. Lynn's loving it, saying it's a beautiful card. Lois is saying, very pretty, Lily. Mary Reno is saying, such a lovely card. We've got Susan Griffins on YouTube saying, beautiful card, Lily. I like the acetate technique, especially. It works well. It's kind of magic, isn't it? We've got Maureen is on YouTube saying, good evening, Craig, Lily, and the team. Lovely to see you. Lovely card, Lily. Well, it's been the same team in the gallery throughout the day. We've got Johnny and we've got Charlotte in the gallery today. So they've been running the ship all throughout the day. Well, it's been changing back and forwards here. It was obviously Lily. It was Jan that started off the day. I know many of you know that Jan just took under the weather, so we're just doing a bit of a swap about. She is home. She's home now and she's resting. So I know Jan probably won't be watching. I don't blame her because you will be getting rest. But if you are, Jan, we're all sending all your love, but you're at home now resting, which is good to know. But let's have a very quick look at this template library here. It is that 5 kind of individual piece, but you're getting so much more. $94.99 or $104. That in itself, when you see what you get, is very, very good value for money. Of course, if you are Club Inspire and you're at platinum level, that's going to come down to $75.99 or $83.20. Now, I'm not going to spend too long at this moment in time going through all these again, but what we've got is the actual templates themselves. You've got your 30 templates. They are all folder bound. However, you can easily pop them out and then pop them back in. So all of these are nice, they're contained, they're safe when it comes to the actual binder. This is Violet. This is going to be a buildable system throughout the year. You don't have to buy any additional ones throughout the year. That's up to you. But when it comes to the template library, the very first one, you're going to be getting the storage as well. You've got all the templates. I'm not going to go through each of these boards here, but all 30 of them you'll have seen with Ben, between yesterday and of course today, all here. So much. I mean, even if they were individual like that, it's a bit chunky, but then having them all bound, neat and tidy together, it just works an absolute treat. When it comes to the actual template libraries, you're then going to be storing them in the actual storage themselves. You can then set the storage up as soon as you get it if you want. What I've done is I've kept mine flat pack at the moment, and then as the year goes on, when I've got the additional additions, then I'll start to build it out. That again is the option. All goes completely flat, so it doesn't take a lot of room if you're not setting it as that actual storage. And then what we've also got as well, we've got the dies. Now with these ones here, you can create every single project, all 30 of them, without any die cutting machine. You can do that. You can create it, you can decorate it with the mats and layers without any die cutting. However, if you do want to add some decorative elements, some frames, some toppers, some tags for your sentiments using these dies, these are included as well. Some of these, Lily, I think would work well with those 3D embossing folders we've just seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they would work a treat and vice versa.
Definitely, and totally I agree. As soon as I get mine home, that die set is going to be on my craft desk, using it day in, day out for
Sits
sure.
right at the side. And in actual fact, we don't have it here to show, but just to show, it comes on a magnetic sheet, and it also comes in a plastic. Lily's got it perfect. We'll see what. Thank you, Lily. And what's lovely with this as well is it does come out, thank you.
No problem.
It comes to you separate, but you do get this whole wallet, and it actually slots inside as well. So if you want to then hold that in your actual recipe book, you can do. So you can just say, I'm not going to take it all out, but it all just slots in and out. So you've got that plastic wallet, you've got that magnetic sheet as well, so it's all contained together. You are getting the videos as well, not only the recipe book within the pictures, the words, you've got those 30 videos as well from Leanne. I've reshared it across on my social that you can go across. There is a UK and a US link. They're both identical. It's just taking you to your website, so UK website, or of course the US of A, so you can check that one out when it comes to the template library. But talking about the template library, Lily's got hers, so what are you going to do with yours?
Absolutely. Now this is what I'm going to have to get my teeth in for at this time of an evening. Tri-fold shutter card. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Got my dies back, but tri-fold shutter card. And I have to say, this is a funny old one. It's not a super complex card shape, but it's one I've always struggled with to get the measurements quite bang on. So the fact that we've got that included as a template in our template library is absolutely fabulous. But like I was saying earlier as well, for me, the thing that sets this apart and makes this an absolute must-have game changer in your crafty stash is the fact that you get all of the mats and layers included as well. Just makes it so easy. So all I've done is I've taken my binder and I've just popped this out like we saw earlier, had that lovely satisfying noise as we removed it from our folder. And we've got some white multi-purpose cardstock. And all we're going to do, same technique as earlier, it's going to take our pencil, and I have to say I'm a bit of a nightmare for sharpening my pencils. I always end up having a blunt pencil. I'm terrible for it, and then I'm like, right, you need to actually sharpen your pencil, Lily, because you can't see what you're doing because your pencil's too blunt. So I would definitely recommend take the advice I'm giving myself and make sure you've got a nice sharp pencil. It does make such a difference just to make sure that you get into all of those nooks and crannies within your templates. So around the edge, we're going round, marking out that outer perimeter, and then we can see once again it's telling us what's going to be a score line and what's actually going to be a cut line. So going along there, we know that's going to be a cut line. We know those two are going to be score line. That's our mats and layers here, and there. So we don't actually need to mark these out for our base card, but we've got a score line there, so we're going to mark that one. We've got a cut line there, so we're just going to pop our pencil line into there. Another score line there. Continuation of that score line up there, and then finally we've got that additional score line down the bottom there. Then I'll just do a little once over just to make sure I've got my shape around the edge. Score lines I've marked, mat and layer we don't need to mark, that one we don't either. We've got our score lines, so we've all gone round and filled out our template. So we take away our template from our cardstock, we can see that we've got our design all traced onto there. Now you could use your guillotine or paper trimmer if you prefer. It's just a super simple shape to trim out. It's just straight lines, so you just need to cut around the edges of here. It's just 4 simple cut lines, so your nice large pair of scissors, either your 6 inches or your 9 inches, will be absolutely perfect when you're cutting this out. But it's so easy, and I don't want you to worry. Perhaps you're not into fussy cutting like I am. You're thinking, is it going to be difficult to work with these templates? Do I need to be good at and skilled at cutting out? Absolutely not. They're all quite simple shapes to cut around. Absolutely. Just make sure you take your time. I mean, like I say, for this one, you could be using your guillotine if you find that easier, but nice, simple shapes to cut around to give you those fabulous finished results every single time. So once we've cut around that, I'm going to bring back in my template just to refer to that when I bring in my scoreboard, just to make sure that I'm scoring the areas that I need to and not scoring the ones that I don't. So referring to my template, I know that I'm going to need to score this particular score line here. So just down to that cut line. So I'm taking my scoreboard, just my Score Master. It can be any scoreboard of your choice. I mean, we're famous for them here at Crafters Companion, so lots and lots of different options. And if you are interested in scoreboards, Craig's got a masterclass coming up on Sunday.
I do.
First thing on Sunday. So definitely check that one out if you want to learn more about all things scoreboards. It is certainly going to be an epic show. It's going to be brilliant, especially if you are new to your crafting. But all your vertical lines, we're going to pop our score lines onto there. Then all of your horizontal lines on your template, it's telling us that those are cut lines. So all you're going to need to do is just take a craft knife and just trim into those 2 lines that we've got onto there. Then once you've done that, all you're going to want to do is take an eraser and just rub out your pencil lines, and that's going to give you your template all good to go, just like so. And that is your tri-fold shutter card. Nice and easy to do. But of course, we do have our templates for our mats and layers as well. So bringing in, this is actually quite an old paper, but I absolutely love this. This is from our Sarah Signature Fairy Garden, I believe it is called, yeah, Fairy Garden. Absolutely gorgeous paper.
remember that.
It's a really old one, absolutely stunning. You've even got those glitter details on there. That's not something that I've added myself. That is part of the paper pad. But it just goes to show you can be working it with anything you've already got in your crafty stash, any of your older papers, your newer papers. It could be something you might be picking up tomorrow that's launching. You can be working it with anything you are choosing to use this with. It's going to look fabulous. It doesn't matter your style at all.
Do you know what works well with your template library?
Oh, go on.
Your paper library.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, that's a good shout. I might have to be playing with that once I get mine home.
Yeah.
Paper library be perfect for this. Because of course with these being mats and layers, you don't need to worry about it being cardstock.
No.
Of course it can be paper. So get out all your old papers. Perhaps you've not used them for a while, you want to give them a little bit of a lease of life, new lease of life, then that will be absolutely perfect for use with your template library.
That's a good shout, Lily, because when it comes to your papers, you wouldn't necessarily use them to construct the project, would you? But it's a good way to decorate the project.
Absolutely. So for your bases, I would definitely recommend bare minimum 250 GSM. Ideally, I would say you want to go for 300 GSM. So something like your multi-purpose card is perfect, or your matte black card, your craft card would be great as well. Centura Pearl, I mean something like your fresh white that's double-sided will work brilliantly as well for these. But yeah, you don't need to worry about using cardstock for your mats and layers. Paper will do just fine. I mean, these are scrap buster pieces, aren't they?
Really
which is absolutely brilliant. Now that's all our mats and layers done. We're just going to bring in some decoration, just a few bits from our crafty stash, a few die cut embellishments that we've got. Completely up to you how you decorate these. Bring in all your older or your newer elements, decorate them for whatever sort of occasion, whatever sort of style. It's up to you. They could be masculine, they could be feminine, lots and lots of different options. But the template library is giving you that basis, it's giving you that starting point. The card shape itself is quite so often the stumbling block when we come to create our cards. It should really be it's the first sort of thing that we go for, that card shape. Oh, I've just heard it.
Did
Have
you
you
hear that
heard?
too? We've got 4 left.
Oh my gosh. Hurry up, hurry up.
Hurry up.
If you want it, you need to go quick for sure.
Now, you could be making this card at home, exactly what Lily's doing, in the same time as Lily as well. Going around, cutting around. Actually, there's a question, it's a good question as well. Stephen is saying, he's on Facebook, Lily, would you use your Gemini to mark out the plates on instead of using a pencil? So I think he's meaning, could you run it through with the embossing mat so it embosses the actual lines?
I know a lot of people do like to do that with their templates. I think Debbie Fisher's quite a fan of doing that, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
If you would like to do that, absolutely, by all means go for it. Run it through with your embossing mat. It's not something I've done myself. I don't know if you've tried that, Craig.
I don't like doing it.
I find it so satisfying drawing around a template. So quite frankly, I know it sounds daft, I wouldn't particularly want to, but by all means give it a go.
Yeah,
absolutely give it a go. If it makes it easier for you, then by all means I am all for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely an option, just not one that me and Craig favour personally, but I always say it's horses for courses. It's completely up to you. Whatever you prefer to do with your crafting, whatever's easiest and most comfortable for you, then absolutely go for it.
sure.
At the end of the day, crafting should be enjoyable. If it's not enjoyable, there's something wrong, I always say.
Yeah.
So just whatever makes your life
If it's going to tickle
easier.
your pickle, then go for it.
Absolutely, whatever tickles your pickle, go for it, quite frankly. Absolutely. I mean, all the catchphrases are coming out. I'm going to have to write all these down. I'll forgot
You only get a T-shirt
yeah.
saying it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Do I tickle your pickle?
Yeah. get it on a T-shirt or on a mug. Mug even would be good, for sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
If only we know someone that is
It's
constantly...
now a bit obsessed with printing on mugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, food for thought.
Look at that.
How easy was that to create? I mean, the card shape literally took minutes. Tri-fold shutter card, using that template library. using some of your older stash elements as well. It just goes to show how you can work everything together. But blimey, if you want this, you're going to have to be super, super quick. Last we heard, 4 left, and it's probably even less now. So get yours while you still can.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, when it comes to that Showstopper collection, you do get everything I showed you. However, you do also get your 22-metre tape runner as well. You're going to get your pack of foam pads, and then you're also going to get 2 of your water-reactive ink pads. You've got your Misty Morning, and you've got your Pumice as well. So they are your water-reactive. That's all included as well when it comes to that price, $94.99 or $104. This is something that Roaring 20s comes out tomorrow. Might be on the website at the moment. Roaring 20s. We have got another stonker of a nature garden coming up very, very soon. We've got mats and layer dies coming up with myself and Leanne next week. Create a card dies. Elements of them are going to work so well. Easter time, wedding, Christmas time, Thanksgiving time. There is not a time, an occasion, a theme where you cannot use the template library. You can use the template library for every single celebration, whether it's happy occasions. If you have to make a somber card, you know, we don't like making them, but you can still have that little bit of a twist. It just gives someone let you know that you are thinking of them, of course. But that aside, the fact of every celebration, every colour, every style, you're going to be able to use it with your template library. This one here as well, it's a non-consumable item. Not one, apart from your ink pads, your tape runners and your foam pads, everything else is a non-consumable item. So you look after it, you're going to use it today, you're going to use it next week, next year, the year after, the year after, the year after, the year after, as long as you take care of it. Now, when it comes to that binder, if the little bits snap off, which very, very are unlikely because it's so, so strong, but the reason I am saying that is if they did down the line because you've used it too much, you're still going to be able to use your template. The thing with that whole template library, it's phenomenal, and it's that versatility from year after year. I was waiting to show you some finished samples, but Ben showed you earlier on, and we've got to come off now because there's only 3 left, so I'm not going to tease you. It is on the website there. I would head straight across. If it's in your basket, please get it checked out. If it's not in your basket, 3 left are there remaining for anyone to actually check it into their basket. Please do as well take advantage of your Club Inspire. If you're platinum, it comes down to $75.99 or $83.20. Now, if you want to then do some inking with them, if you want to do a little flurry of butterflies when it comes to your template library, you can absolutely do that. And you can do that with your out of this world deal. Now, this one here being your timeless butterfly 5-piece collection, dies and more. Now, that is because you are going to be getting your pastels. Now, this is your pastel 12 by 12. Now, I'm going to give you another bit of a tease. I'm going to be using the bright version on my craft along on Saturday night. Now, once you get your hands on this, now to say, actually, some of you may get this in time. I've seen some of our deliveries lately, but if you don't want to use the brights or you don't have the brights, you can be using the pastels instead. This will work for my craft along on Saturday. Of course, I keep saying nighttime because it'll be nighttime here in the UK. It's the last Crafters TV show of the day. So this timeless butterfly out of the world deal, you are going to be getting, of course, your timeless butterflies. You're going to be getting those sheets of all of these butterflies. These are all individual with the dies. So when it comes to the number of each of the butterflies, it coordinates to the actual paper pad itself. You can do it all in a runner if you want to, cherry pick sections if you want, chop it up, they're going to go through your mini if you want as well. You do have an acetate template as well so that you can coordinate the die with the actual butterflies on the paper pad. But then what's more, on the back of the package, you've also got a link where you will be sent straight across to a page where you can download a 6x6 page. Now, don't do anything when it comes to the printer settings. Simply print it out as it is on your screen. It will print out at 6x6 for the butterflies to pop over the top die-wise. However, in the printer setting, expand it. Now, of course, the dies won't fit, But fussy cut, the butterflies, you've got bigger butterflies then, if you want to. There you go. There's a little tip for you. But yeah, if you are wanting to use the actual downloadable link to print out for the dies, print it out as it is. Don't change any settings, any sizes. That's going to work a treat. As I say, you are going to be getting your 36 sheet of your pastel texture cardstock. And then you're also going to be getting 3 of your quick dry. You're going to get your pink tulip. You're also going to get your honey pot. And then you're also going to be getting your lagoon. So all of these, when it comes to your Out of This World deal, £30 or $38. If you are platinum, it's going to come down to £24 or $30.40. And up till midnight tonight, you'll be able to use that Love 14 as well. Going to check out, and then in that promo code, just type out Love 14. You're going to get 14% off as well. So that one being your Out of Your World deal. We all love butterflies. Butterflies as well is something that you can be using on all different occasions, even Christmas. If you want to have that winter feel with the butterflies cascading, works well with the template library as well. Right, Craig, stop talking about the template library because I think it's a way to go. One left.
Oh my God, who's going to be the last person to get it? Can you imagine if you get the very last template library? It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Fastest fingers first. Get on the website, get it checked out. It's about to go.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Oh,
it's gone.
Oh,
it's going to go red.
It's gonna go
will
red.
do in a moment. Do you know something? You guys are in for a treat. Congratulations. I don't say that lightly. You have managed to get your hands on, and I'm not going to go over what I said a moment ago, but every single occasion, Lily.
Absolutely.
Every occasion. Sometimes we say every occasion apart from Christmas, or Christmas and not any other occasion. Every single occasion throughout the year.
Absolutely. But don't scream and shout. It's just...
Sold out. It absolutely has done. Dieta is saying, are the card templates in the set all large ones? I like 5x7 or 6x6. Any larger ones cost quite a bit when it comes to the mailing list. What I would do is, after we're live, go back and have a look at launch day yesterday. Actually, have a look from earlier on today, where Ben showed you a lot of the templates, because a lot of them do fold down smaller. There is some larger ones, but some are going to fit into 5x7, some are going to be fitting into 6x6. So do have a look. And then also, last but by no means least, Crafty Angie is saying, what did Craig say that works well with the template library? The paper library. If you've got your hands on the paper library, that's going to work an absolute treat. Can I just say, Johnny's been saying to me for like 2 minutes now, move on, it's gone,
It's never over.
Go on.
We're not over it.
You know, it's going to hold a special place in my heart, that template library, it is. Anyway, Craig, shut up. Right, move on.
Explorer kit.
Right, so let's have a look at our Explorer kit here. Aqua Pen Explorer kit. Now this one, you're going to get some stamps, you're going to get some cardstock, you're going to then get your ink pad, and of course, as we say, your Aqua Pen. So this one here, £30 or $40. Was that a cheer, Johnny? Because I'm actually moving on, was it? Yeah, yeah, he's moved on, getting a cheer there. £30 or $40. If you are platinum, that's going to come down to £24 or $32. This one here, you've got the 12 of them. Now this one is your essentials, so you've got peach, you've got spice, you've got terracotta, you've got your tan, you've got your chocolate, you've got your sepia, lime, olive, moss, you've got slate, charcoal, and you've got black as well. Not just 12 store colours, because you can then blend them. You can start to pull the colours out if you want to. Now, when it comes to your aqua pens, you're of course going to need your water-based ink pad. So we've put in our Noir Black. That comes included as well. We've also got Natural Beauty. That's exactly what Johnny is, a natural beauty. That's included as well.
He's also got hair like that as well.
He does, he does.
Yeah.
That baldness that you see, well, say it's not quite bald, is it? It's kind of like shaved head. That's not real.
It's just an illusion.
I can't say a wig, is it? It's not a wig.
It's like the opposite. It's like an anti-wig.
An anti-wig, yeah. No flies on us, Johnny, no flies on us. And then when it comes to, of course, your aqua pens as well as your waterproof ink pad, you're going to need some watercolour cardstock. Now you've got a full pack of watercolour cardstock. It is A4 in size, but what you tend to find that most of us do is we use little sections at a time. So depending on the amount of stamping, colouring you're going to do, it could potentially last you quite a wee while. It is 300 GSM and it is 15 sheets that you've got here in total. And it's lovely as well to use even as a base when it comes to the weight of it, because you've got kind of that hammered sort of effect. However, it is your watercolour card. That is where you're going to get it all. For £30 or $40, it is our Explorer kit. If you are Platinum, it's going to come down to £24 or $32. Please, please, please do take advantage of that Love 14 as well, that you can pop into the basket with this. What I mean by that is when it comes to that promo code section at checkout, just put in Love 14. You're going to get 14% off as well. While we're celebrating Valentine's Day, it does end midnight your time across the globe. And I would urge you as well before the end of the day, check out your emails. If you've not already done that, you may have a little discount code that's popped your way as well. So check that one out. While you check it out and while you check out your baskets, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. We're going to have a look at a preview when we come back.
Hello, I'm Ben and I'm one of the presenters on Crafters TV. So my presenting journey started when I was about 18. I started working at a holiday park here in the UK. Our US viewers might not know it, but there's like a holiday park called Butlins. So what's involved with being a presenter? Well, my day-to-day kind of is ensuring I know everything that's on the show, ensuring that the guys that I'm working with obviously are happy with everything that's on the show. And I kind of feel like what I do, I'm sort of like the glue in the show, if you like. There's a bit of a crafty reference for you. So kind of listening to the guys in the gallery, the producer, the director, I'm sort of always listening to what they want me to do whilst the crafters are crafting. So I feel like I'm there as the glue, keeping sort of everything, as it should be. But I also think my job is to have a lot of fun, which I think I do on most days. Get the viewers interacting, because we always love to hear from our viewers, and I think that's one thing that we do here that you don't get anywhere else, is that interaction. So I think on the shows where I get the opportunity to craft, I always try and have a go, because I always think that if I can show that I can do it as like a real newbie base level crafter, then hopefully that'll inspire other people to have a go as well. I'm always inspired by Craig, because again, he's such a talented crafter, as our guys, as I say, all of them are, but he has obviously had a lot to battle with as far as his health is concerned. I always say this about Craig, is if I'm having a bit of a bad day, I always think about Craig, because he's not been so well recently, but he'll never come into work and sort of moan about how bad he's feeling, and with all of the health issues he's had and the operations he's had over the years, he's a big inspiration because he just gets on with it.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp, get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Ho, I'm just getting sorted when it comes to what we're going to be previewing. This is Sarah's signature, our Roaring 20s collection. Now, you may have seen it across on the website. What isn't across on the website is the Showstopper collection. Now the Showstopper collection, that will be live from tomorrow morning, and what you're also going to be getting in there is a Sarah Signature goodie bag. So it will all become apparent with myself and Ben tomorrow on Wake Up Call. So the collection of Sarah's Signature Roaring 20s is on the website, but the Showstopper collection, where you're also going to be getting a Sarah's Signature goodie bag, isn't there just yet. So if that takes your fancy, hang fire. Just to say, we do, at this moment in time, we do have really good quantities. So if you're like, do I wait till the Showstopper? If you wait till the morning, you'll be absolutely good for the moment. So if you're sitting on that fence, please don't worry. You know, you will be absolutely fine. Wait until tomorrow for that Showstopper collection. If you're like, Craig, I've got every Sarah Signature. I don't need a buddy bag.
Oh.
Where's buddy bag come from?
Goodness knows.
I can tell you why, because I was looking over Totally Tiffany items that I've got on Friday evening with her. That's where that's come from. But yeah, if you're like, I've got lots of Sarah Signature collections, I've got them all, I don't need a goodie bag, then of course you can just go for the actual core of the Roaring 20s collection. Just to say as well, when it comes back to that timeless butterflies, the pastel cardstock. If you remember, the die collection, I'm going to get Lily to say it because I can never say it.
I struggle enough. Embroidery Anglaise,
Yes.
that one.
If you remember that 12 by 12 pastel tone cardstock, it's 12 by 12, it's texture and it's pastel, it's just the different pastel tones, lot lighter when it comes to the pastel tones. So just to make that aware, it is the pastel tone that came with that die collection you're getting. Still your 36 sheets, still your 12 by 12. And also just to say, please don't shout at me, Johnny, but I'm saying this for a reason, the template library, it's that whole template library, it's gone, not just the Showstopper. It is gone. It is completely gone. So just to make that aware. Right. This is launching tomorrow. Officially is launching tomorrow with Sarah and Ben in launch day. We will have a proper preview look when it comes to Wake Up Call. We will be doing some demonstrations. When it comes to this one here, Lily, do you want to join me?
Yeah, go on. Come on.
So that,
It's exciting, this, isn't it?
Waiting, because I know you've got finished samples, but this collection, and earlier on, I toyed with the idea of whether to say what I said, and then ended up saying it in front of the boss. It's not a style I've been. Well, of course, I'm not familiar with it. We're too young for that one.
We were there.
But, you know, we've done some work in the past for Hunky Dory.
Absolutely,
I can honestly say as well, the actual timescape, it's not been one that I've enjoyed crafting with. I have had a blast this morning. An absolute blast when it comes to these ones here. Let's go through this.
Let's say exactly what you're getting, because this is the exciting bit. This is the bit you guys at home want to see, because you're going to be snapping this up. That is for sure.
All that jazz. Individual stamps within that pack. You'll be able to coordinate these with the other stamps that you've got. But you've got her there. She's just standing there, isn't she? Very sophisticated. With that dress that's on, is it even called a dress? That sort of peacock feather. Yeah. Elements from that peacock collection are going to work well with this, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, mixing and matching with some of your older collections as well, it's going to work perfectly. But I have to agree with Craig, actually. I've not always been one for the Art Deco. I know some people go crazy for it. And I was just saying, when I saw this collection, I thought, I might have to change my mind now. This, I've not got it yet, but I absolutely need this collection. There's so many elements in there that give it that special finishing touch. We'll see them a little bit later, but it's things like your acetate, it's things like your sequins, and I love this peacock feather.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I've got something about feathers. I do love feather sort of imagery. That is stunning, absolutely
really
gorgeous.
is.
Nothing to do with Art Deco. I know it's a big die, isn't it? Nothing to do with Art Deco if you don't want it to be.
No, not at all.
So not everything has to be Art Deco themed, but if you are going down that route, you've got so much to play with.
I love this one. This is one that's going to be featured in one of my demos tomorrow. And just to say, actually, that Technique card I showed you, gave you a tease,
yes.
Lily, that is the stamp that I'm using for one of them. But then this is the die that I'm using. This one, I love this style where it cuts in or cuts out.
I do.
Now with her just there, you can imagine her, you know, she's there in that circular ring there, you know, she could just be, you know, Well, I'm not even going to lie and pretend that I know what they've done in the Roaring Twenties, because I don't have a clue.
As far as I'm aware, they just stood around with cocktails looking fabulous,
Yeah,
quite
exactly.
frankly. I think that's all they did. But
It's like 100 years ago, I know.
well, yeah.
You know,
For us young'uns, it's a long time ago.
it's
that
a
is
long
for
time.
sure.
So I don't know. They might have been suspended down from the ceiling. I don't know.
never know.
Were they doing tricks? Were they
Yeah.
there with the piano playing and just glitter cards? Shimmering parts?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking shakers for that one. You know what I'm like for a shaker.
You like
I'm
a shaker?
I do love a shaker. Love
You
a good
do
shake.
indeed. You do. You absolutely
Absolutely.
do.
Look
but
at
then
that
you've got them
couple.
dancing.
Fabulous.
Reminds me as well, you know, on is it what? White? No, is it White Christmas? I think it's a White Christmas when they're dancing at the start on the swimming pool. And then the swimming pool
yes.
starts to open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not A Wonderful Life, it's White Christmas. That reminded me of that one when
Yeah.
I seen that.
Yeah, I
They're
mean, it
doing
could
all
be-
that jive.
Could be Christmassy.
It could
Why
be.
not?
Of
Just
course it
change up
could.
the colours, change up the occasion. Nice and
could
easy
do.
to do.
And it's given that silhouette feel. So even if you just do it in black and then onto some bright colours at the background, of course, when it comes to the Roaring Twenties, you'll see the colour theme that we've got.
Oh,
There's a lot more of a deeper tone to them. But start to bring in some of your really bright, vibrant colours. And that's the thing with the Roaring Twenties. That will work.
Absolutely,
That
yeah.
strong, vibrant colour is going to work.
Yeah, I mean, shimmering backgrounds, blended backgrounds, nice and bright. Pop that over the top with your black cardstock.
Definitely.
Stunning.
Definitely. And then you're going to with your borders
Oh,
here.
you know I love lacy borders. That for me, that's right up my street. Love it. I'm seeing that on gatefold cards. I'm seeing it on easel cards. I'm seeing it paper pieced. If you've got the time and the patience, that will look amazing paper
Oh yeah,
pieced.
absolutely. Yeah, you're correct. And even if you don't, which we both do have a lot of patience, but even if you don't, even just cherry picking sections to
Yeah.
paper piece into.
Even just like the sort of oval sections you've got in your centre, even just picking out those would look amazing.
It really, really would. And then what you've got is your cut and emboss folder as
Love
well.
that. How useful is that going to be? You're going to be using that time and time again. Forget the Art Deco collection, forget the Roaring Twenties. That is a staple in your crafty stash for sure.
It is. This one here specifically, a lot of the collection, but certainly this one, when I was in New York, a good number of years ago, we stayed in the New Yorker, which is right
Wow.
across from Madison Square Garden, and that was very much Art Deco themed.
Yeah.
And they had these sorts of picture frames and mirrors and all that with this sort of surround. Actually, do you know what? I need to print out a lot more of my pictures and start to use this collection.
That would be
within the memory
amazing
books, yeah.
for memory books, scrapbooks, photos behind that. Incredible.
Definitely.
Work a treat.
Definitely. And then even then, if you go back to that New York theme, some people initially might be thinking, why are you doing New York and then Art Deco? And then within the memory book, you're explaining, or I would be that, we're tying in the theme and the style of the hotel in with your card, your project, your memory book.
After all, with scrapbooks and memory books, it's all about telling that story.
Definitely.
It's getting that artwork to match with the story, to match with the photos. It would work perfectly for that.
And then your floral deco.
Love
3D
that.
embossing folder, 4x6. Loving our 4x6 folders. I think it works a treat with not necessarily having your big folders nowadays. You know, we have scaled it back into your 4x6 at a request of a lot of you at home, because the way the world is when it comes to postage of your cards and your projects, you can then, of course, use your smaller folders here. That one doesn't necessarily have to be Art Deco. I am using that one tomorrow, but in selective pieces, Lily, I've put some gems.
Oh, nice.
Some gems
Definitely would
into
look fab.
some pieces, and that works really, really well. But letterpress technique works well.
definitely.
And then we've also got our finished samples, our Shine It Like a Star. We've got all these stamps here. And then you've got some of your borders, you've got your corners as well. And sizable sentiment stamps.
Definitely. I mean, if you want these to take centre stage, be the focal point, absolutely they can be. But I always say it's so important to match the font of your sentiments to that occasion or to that theme of your project. By having that Art Deco font is going to give your projects that finishing touch. It's going to
Definitely.
make them look so professional.
It
I
really
think it's
is.
fabulous. And it's not just sort of generic sentiments. It's not just your happy birthday.
No.
You've got things like shine like the stars and those sorts of things. So it's going to give your projects that real special Art Deco touch.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you shine like a star, you could be shining like a diamond, like Rihanna was at the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
That was
Oh,
epic,
wow,
even
yeah.
if I do say so myself.
Certainly was.
But then you've got your ribbon as well. So you've got your organza ribbon. So you've got your 4 of them within that one there. Now you get quite a good length on these. but then you're getting a full pack of the gold sequins.
You know what I'm thinking straight away? Shaker!
Shaker, you are indeed. And then to complement, you're going to be getting your gold Gildan flakes. Pure gold Gildan flakes. And what I mean by that, it's not actually pure gold.
Oh, are you sure?
If only.
If only.
If only if that was pure gold. But it's not a gold with a tint of green or a tint of blue or a tint of a different colour with inside. It is gold all the way through. You've got more of your glue, more of your little squeegee tool as well. And then Lily.
Oh, this is just absolutely... The word I want to say for this is sumptuous.
Yeah.
It's so decadent, and it's so thick as well. It's construction weight acetate. This is not just flimsy acetate. Not only is it foil, but it's construction weight as well. Think of all the concept cards. Think of box lids.
Definitely.
Boxes made entirely of this. My goodness me, how luxurious would that be?
Now, I might be wrong,
Ooh.
and it does happen quite a lot. I've not seen a 380 micron acetate within one of our collections before.
No,
now, I'm not saying that there's not been, but when I was feeling that when I got my collection the other day, and I was like, that is really, really thick. And just for the first time there, I've looked at the packaging and it says 380 micron.
Never usually.
Doesn't ring a bell to me,
No.
so strong. So strong.
I think we all know I'm going to be going home and checking my acetate collection, but I'm pretty sure Craig is right on that one.
Look at the linen card.
That burgundy red wine, oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. Again, sumptuous for sure.
And with the Roaring 20s, you know, you may think you're thinking of that glitz, that glam, that shine, that mirror card, maybe even your Centura Pearl card. Boy, does linen card work a treat.
It does. And as well, working it with your foiled acetate, it just sort of tones it back a little bit. It stops it from being brassy. Classy, not brassy, for sure.
Yeah.
How well does that work? I love linen card. I think it is so classy. It's just gorgeous. Oh, wow.
Just to say
Look
as
at
well,
that.
I believe all of this acetate as well does have that protective backing as well. So peel it off. But as Lily was saying there, just layering them over the top. I'm not going to do it with that third one. But when you've got your 4 colours here, but if you are wanting to incorporate your Centura Pearl, your shedless glitter card, you can absolutely do that. But the linen card, no, I'm not just saying it because I love my linen card, but I do feel, I think with that texture feel of it as well, beautifully complements your Roaring 20s. And then...
Oh, the crowning glory. Not
look.
one, but 2 paper bats. I mean, look at that.
Exactly.
Oh.
So we'll focus on the 12 by 12 because the 6 by 6 is the same. It's just been shrunk down, but we'll bring it in. And well, let's bring in the first one so that you can see.
Mummy and baby.
Mummy and baby. Definitely mummy and baby. But then that one there, I'm even thinking about fussy cutting bits out, you know, doing shape corners on the cards if you want to. But then double-sided. But foil on one side, and then you've got... Now, in the past, on the opposite side, I would say it's a subtle background.
Yep.
Do you know something? There's nothing subtle about the backdrop of these ones.
Let's be honest, there's nothing subtle about Art Deco, is there?
Definitely not.
It's really bold in its design, both sides. I'm seeing Christmas trees on that one. Could use that for Christmas.
Oh my gosh,
Is that just my eyes? But
No,
I'm seeing Christmas trees.
And you could get away with that. Of course you
Absolutely,
could.
all year round. That would make an amazing scrapbook page. I mean, you've got the frame there already.
Yeah.
Super easy. If you're new to scrapbooking, get a photo in the centre, get a bit of journaling on there. You've got a scrapbook page all done and good to go.
And I'm going to be using the 6 by 6 version in one of my demos tomorrow. But then that opposite side as well.
That's almost a little bit oriental, looking at that.
Actually, yeah,
Good
you're
thing.
right. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
I've
see
seen
that
that.
for sure. Definitely. That is one that I am going to be fighting with myself what side to use.
I know.
I know you do get a couple,
It's never enough, is it?
but with that
Definitely
one,
multi-order these if you can. Add an extra one to your basket. That is for sure. You're going to be using it.
definitely. Going in with your Stay Sticky glue pens, going in with the Gildan flakes you've got included, going in with your colour Gildan flakes that you've then got as well, going in with your heat embossing as well. Although a lot of these have got your foiling already on them, but then you can see some of them as well is, I'm not going to say generic because it's not generic designs, but some of these you could get to use as a man's card.
Yeah, definitely.
Or on the back, or for a women's card that has nothing to do with the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's such a brilliant thing about this collection. Not every card is going to be Art Deco if you don't want it to be. I mean, that peacock feather can be, maybe you've got a peacock stamp or a peacock die you want to use. Maybe just using that peacock feather die within the collection.
Definitely.
Doesn't have to be totally Art Deco if you don't want it to be.
Not at all. Or even just cut panels or strips. You've got that option.
Absolutely.
Double-sided, as we're saying, all the way throughout. The opposite side does complement the front side. However, they will also all complement each other.
Definitely.
So you can layer, you can mat and layer, you can fold back, tea bag fold, and you can do whatever you like when it comes to all the different ones. They're going to work a treat. And we're not going to go through them all because they look exactly the same. They've just been shrunk down. But you've got that in that 6x6 forum as well. That is what is across, maybe across on our website right now, but if you are wanting that showstopper collection where you're going to get your Sarah signature, you're about to show some finished samples.
Exciting.
But if you are wanting the Roaring 20s collection with that Sarah signature goodie bag, which is classed as the showstopper, that will go live in the morning. So don't fear if you want to wait till then. At the moment, we've got adequate quantities, so don't fear. But if you're waiting on that showstopper, it'll be live tomorrow. If you're thinking, Craig, I've already got every Sarah signature collection, I don't need a goodie bag worth of Sarah signature items, then you can just pop across on the website now. It's entirely up to you, but you can do lots of gorgeous things.
Oh gosh, yeah, this is naughty. Johnny will tell me off for this, Craig won't tell me off for this. This is one by our fabulous Liam. You might have seen him on this morning's Wake Up Call actually. He made a little cameo, but the card shape might be from the template library. But look at that. It is actually a kinetic card. The couple move up and down, just suspended on acetate. How incredible is that? Using, Liam's made that, yes sir, it's absolutely amazing. Using your template library, I didn't say that though, alongside your Roaring 20s collection. Johnny's having a right go in my ear. Johnny, I'm putting it away, Oh, but this, you could be using your template library to create something like this. But of course, you could be scoring that yourself or using any of your dies. What an incredible creation this is by Bianca. Using the papers, using the dies, the stamps, even some of the gilding flakes onto her dress on there. Just absolutely stunning. Such opulent designs. Aren't they amazing? Bringing in that incredible cutting emboss folder that we were looking at earlier. Just cut in black, that couple, drop shadowed with some of that linen card behind. The sentiment really does set that off, and of course, some of those fabulous sequins as well, which are included in the collection too. Talking about showstoppers, look at this incredible card. This is by our Julia. Isn't that amazing? Some of our gilding waxes on there.
Julia's quite talented actually.
Our Julia is very talented, very
very
talented. How amazing is that? How opulent is it using all of those dyes, layering up your peacock feathers, using your alcohol pens to colour it in your stamps and finishing off with the sentiment, dance till the stars come down from the rafters. How fabulous is that? Absolutely love that. And then how about one, I believe Corinne actually demonstrated this over the weekend. We had a little first look over the weekend at this new fabulous collection. Going for your navies and your gold, how well do they work together? Bringing in, of course, some of that acetate to create almost a similar design to what we created earlier on, using our 3D embossing folders with nesting dies, that acetate technique to create that bridge. But how fabulous does that look? The drop shadow, bit of gilding flakes, of course, setting it off beautifully with those sequins. Just whetting your appetite in time for tomorrow. So much coming up tomorrow. But if you are wanting to snap this up now, of course, get yourself over to that website. It might be there already. Who knows?
Might very well be.
So exciting, this one. Absolutely love it.
I keep waiting on a message coming from Julia to say, I heard you saying that one. We're waiting to do a demo of the show, and then of course we'll do a demo of the day. Now, I'll tell you what, before we do comments, let's jump back to Lily where we'll do a demo of the show.
Absolutely. So we started off the show. I don't know if Johnny's going to let me say what product we used to say, but you know what? I'm going to say it anyway. It's 10 to 8 on a Tuesday night. I'm going to say it. This was a template library, this, Johnny. This was demo number 1 on milk carton. Demo number 2, I'm allowed to say this one actually. This is our 3D frame folders and nesting dies. Johnny's saying vote for this one, but that is demo number 2. The choice is yours, of course, using the shimmer ink pads as well alongside that embossing folder. And finally, demo number 3, using that library that's banned from mentioning, our tri-fold shutter card, using some of our older bits from our stash. That is demo number 3. So 1, 2 or 3, totally up to you. Get those votes in even.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not having to choose tonight. You know, that's going to be quite a tough one for all of you at home. We've got Colin saying, hi Craig, watching you all from a sunny, beautiful day in Florida. And Linda is saying, I have this collection from earlier on, very pretty, love it, made a light up lantern with it.
Ooh.
Lovely. We've got Linda saying, do you realise, Craig, roaring 20s was about 100 years ago? How scary is that? I know, so scary. Terry Anderson, Craig sang Foam on a Roll for Hobby Maker when the template library sold out. Will he sing it for us? No. We've then got Thea saying, can't wait. I did sing it with Debbie last week though, Wednesday, so I did sing it with her. Rosanna saying, I love Art Deco. Kirsty is saying, between this collection and Masquerade Ball, plus. I had ideas galore around my head for wedding anniversary cards this year. I have a few for people to make.
Yes, this collection would work absolutely perfectly with the Masquerade Ball collection. If you've got that already in your crafty stash, just goes to show you can be using your different Sarah signatures, your different rages together. So much you can do. But talking of exciting things, we've had an amazing brand new launch today on Crafters TV. Ben said it earlier, I'm going to have to say it. This is, in Ben's words, the Arnold Schwarzenegger of storage. Because when you look at it from the front on, you might just think it is one of our regular die and stamp storage folders. Perhaps you're thinking it's that large die and stamp storage folder, and it's only when you turn it to one side you can see quite how fabulous this is, quite how much you can pack full in your Store It All multi-pocket binder. You've got that fabulous zip on here, which means that everything is going to be nice and secure. It's not going to fall out if you are taking this to classes, to crops, to fairs as well. It means that everything's going to be secure in your bag, nice and easy to work with, nice and easy to store. We're calling it the Store It All because honestly it does pretty much store it all. Anything you want to store in this, absolutely, you can be packing this full of any of your crafty bits. Perhaps you're a paper crafter, a sewist, maybe you're going to be using this for your beauty, your makeup, your body lotions. This can store it all, like the name suggests. You're getting 12 different pockets in here, all transparent. You can see exactly what's inside here. You can wipe them clean if you need to, if you've got any spillages, if you've got inks, little inky stains, you can just wipe it clean so easily. But something that's fabulous about these pockets, not only the fact that they are transparent, it's the fact that they have actually got the Velcro down that spine, so you can actually just take them out, unclip them super easily. So you can take all of these out if you like, or just a few of them. Perhaps you're taking this to a workshop, you know that you're going to have to be using your tri-blend pens for this particular part of the workshop. Just sort of, I was going to say unscrew, but unvelcro, I don't think that's a word. But remove that from the bag and you can be working with that particular pocket. So easy to work with. You can fit absolutely tons in here. We have got our tapes in this one. We've got some of our glossy highlights. We've got some of our pens, our tools. We've got bottles of glue. We've got pearls. We've got absolutely all sorts in here, even plates for our machines. It's absolutely packed full. I mean, we say store it all, and quite frankly, it can store it all. It's absolutely brilliant, but of course, when you want to take it on the go, all you need to do is just fold it up, get your lovely zip onto there, and just close it nice and easily, and you can take it wherever you want, whether that's going to be just from room to room within the house, or if you're taking it out to your workshops, it is that all-in-one storage solution. And like I was saying earlier, another thing that I absolutely love about this is the fact that it's our Crafter's Purple. So if you do have any of your other Gemini storage, like your die storage, or perhaps you've got some of your, I say perhaps, of course you've got some of your Gemini machines. Of course, it's a given, isn't it, really? If you've got your machines, if you've got your heat tool, everything's going to match. Yeah. And I always say, we're crafters, we like pretty things. We like making pretty cards. We want our craft stash to look pretty as well. For sure. This is not only functional, but looks the part as well. It does. Absolutely amazing. Brand new launch today. Super excited about this one. And if you can, I'd definitely be looking to stock up and get as many of these as you can to sort out lots of different storage solutions in your craft room and around the house too.
Lily, you absolute star. Thank you very much for saving me there. $49.99 or $59.95. If you're platinum, it's going to come down to $39.99 or $47.96 plus your 50 bonus points as well. Right, we do have demo of the show result. Ooh. And it goes into number 2, Lily.
Number 2, it's
Yes.
coming over. Our 3D frame embossing folders
Brilliant.
with nesting dies and shimmer inks.
So
There you
we've
go.
got now demo of the day. So remind me again, what one was the first one, Lily?
So the rocker was number
Perfect.
1.
Excellent. So number 1 was Jan, and that was the rocker from that collection, but can't say anymore because Johnny goes mental. So we've got the rocker. So that was Jan, number 1. Number 2 is from Lily and Masterclass with Through the Looking Glass. And then number 3 is also from Lily. That is with your 3D embossing folder with the nest and die. So 1, 2 or 3, you have got literally a minute or so to get your votes in for demo of the day. Right, let's have a look. What do I do with my shimmer ink pads? Let's have a look at these ones here. Remember, or you might not already know, when these launched during our birthday event last year, these sold out good number of times within the initial launch day. These ones here from Spectrum Noir, the colours are so gorgeous. They're so fruity. There's the only other way that I can think of that. So fruity. They really are. Please don't eat them or suck on them because they're not soury. You know, just these ones here. They are very. These ones are your shimmer ink pad 10-pack collection. I was about to say they're back in stock because it's clear, it tells you that on the screen. $53.91 or $71.91. It's a saving of 10%. If you're platinum, however, it's going to come down to $43.13 or $57.53. And because these launched at the back end of last year, that means you can take advantage of Love 14 up till midnight your time. So you're going to be able to pop in Love 14, LOVE14 in the promo code at checkout, and you're going to get an additional 14% off. Now that does end midnight your time, as I say, but that does include your shimmer ink pads. Just to say, that goes for everything apart from anything that's launched throughout January and February. So if you're having a look on the website, pop that code in as well. But the shimmer ink pads, you're getting the 10 within this bundle here. It is phenomenal. The things that you can do with these ones here, I would urge you to go back onto the launch day show when these launched with Leanne during our birthday event. You can see so many things that can be created when it comes to these. Now, a little bit of a different shape here because then they just hold just nicely and perfectly and comfortably within your hand, within the palm of your hand. Although if you're like me, you can still use them as a normal ink pad. As Lily was saying, whether you're going to do any of your backdrops with them, whether you're going to stamp your sentiments with them, whether you're going to be blending with them, whether you're going to be heat embossing with them, you can absolutely do that. You've got your sugar plum, you've got your raspberry, you've also got your queen bee, you've got your amethyst, you've also got your peach rose, you've also got your frosty mint. I love that frosty mint. Toffee apple and tropic blue. That's actually the one that I like. Lime soda. And then you've also got your starlit sky as well. So this is the first time that we've got them all back in that full 10-pack bundle. Shimmer ink pads, Spectrum Noir, pearlescent pigment. That is $53.91 or $71.91 with that saving of 10%. But of course, you will put in Love 14 in that promo section. You're going to get an additional 14% off. But Platinum, however, does come down to $43.13 or $57.15. But even then, that's before you put in that Love 14. So you're going to pay a little bit less than that one. But we do have a result. And it goes in at... It's not actually what I thought. I thought it was going to be number 3.
Ooh.
But it wasn't.
Oh, it's between me and Jan.
It is indeed. And I'm not surprised, though. As much as I love what Jan's created, you've done it, Lily.
Woo! Yay!
Lily has got it.
Oh, thank you everyone for voting for that.
Isn't that fab? Isn't that good? You
thank
created that on Masterclass today, so
That's
you'll be able
good.
to go back and recreate that one if you want. Thank you, Lily, because I know that you stepped in today.
Yes, it's been lovely. It's been lovely to have both Ben's company earlier and your company tonight, Craig. It's been a cracking day.
It has
Thank
been.
you. Thank you to everyone who shared their Valentine's Day with us today. It's been a lovely day, for sure.
It's been lovely. It's been lovely watching at home while I've been prepping for tomorrow. Very quick tease.
Ooh, hoo-hoo.
Saturday craft along. Here we go. It's in here ready to have photos taken. So let's just show you, give you a tease as to what we're going to be creating. You might find inside
Oh!
the lid is attached to the base, so you're not going to lose either one. These are 110 gram size bars, just in case you wonder for the size of your box. So there we go, that fits in there. Of course you can pop whatever you like in there, but then the actual box lid will close straight on into the base. That is with our confetti sprinkle border dies. However, you can use any of them. Just to say as well, I don't think Jamie, who will be taking photos, is watching. If you are, those 3 bars better still be there tomorrow when I come in, Jamie. Just saying.
Don't worry, I will be having words first thing tomorrow. I'll say, Jamie, those 3 bars need to go back to Craig.
Definitely, only because Becky Swan, who I'm on with on Saturday, and also Charlotte, who's also in at the weekend as well, both of them want the sweets. And I'm not a fan of milk chocolate, so I won't eat them. Once again, thank you so much, Lily.
Oh, thank you, Craig. It's
Been a
been
pleasure.
lovely.
I will see you, well, I'll see you tomorrow when I come in the office. I will see all of you tomorrow. Remember, it is the official launch day of Sarah's signature collection, Roan 20s, where she's got 2 hours with Ben in the middle of the day. However, you've got me and Ben for Wake Up Call, and then you've got me and Ben for Beautiful Beginnings as well. I wonder what fun we're going to be having. You can, of course, check out the website when it comes to everything that we've seen. It's crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Shop the Day is the place that you want to go. Thank you to Susie. Really, really appreciate your help. Johnny, you've had fab as well. Charlotte, absolutely brilliant. Looking forward to the weekend working with you, as well as Becky Swan on the Saturday, and then Debbie Robinson on the Sunday. I'm demonstrating all weekend where Becky's going to be presenting, and then of course we're going to have Debbie on the Sunday. Have a lovely rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow with Ben on Crafters TV. Bye.